It's officially 1 month into my 2 month challenge, and this is a 1 month recap. I'll be sharing you the things I've been doing and as well giving you tips on what you can do during this challenge and things I wouldn't be doing in my next challenge. Keep watching because I'm going to be honest in this challenge. So, yeah, this is a late recap video, which is I'm so sorry about. We clicked 1 month a week ago, and I love making this type of videos, so I didn't want to scrap it out of, even though I took almost like a long time to do it. So for everyone following my routine, what I did for the first month, the first thing I would run you through my routine and everything I did, then also share with you a few things I would be doing in my next challenge and what I will be trying to incorporate more in this particular challenge. So yeah, my new people, this challenge is something I do always on my channel. I want to explain what my 2 month challenge is about. So that nobody is confused about it. So basically, my 2 month challenge is basically like my hair growth challenge where I keep my protective hairstyle for 2 months while also caring for my hair. Like I do my treatment and do my wash day, my moisture routine. It's important to do that just to improve my length retention. So the goal is actually waist length, and that's the goal we're trying to get it. So because that's what that was my major problem before I started, and I started retaining length. And yeah, I've done a lot of that. This is like my second year doing this challenge, and I've seen a lot of growth. And yeah, so but I'd like to say I'll be leaving. I have a video where I talked about it in my description box, so I'll leave it there. So it comes with my routine. I have two routines. So basically, my hair is I have wash day routine and also a moisture routine. So I'll be explaining my wash day routine and my moisture routine in this clip. So most times my hair gets frizzy, and the first month I don't want to be doing too much. So basically, I don't do too much in my first month of my wash of my protective hairstyle, so my hair doesn't get scattered and everything. For the first month, I try not to go in so many products, especially in my scalp, so my hair doesn't get frizzy. And that's my 1 month challenge. So back to my routine. So weekly, which is my wash day routine, I did twice a month, and my moisture routine twice a month. But starting off with my wash day routine, the first thing I do is to go in my shampoo. I like to focus on my scalp and length of my hair, and then get rid of all the dirt and everything. After that, I go in my conditioner just to strengthen my hair. And yeah, so the next thing I'll be talking about will be my moisture routine. So after my wash day routine, I always like to go in my moisture routine, and this I've been doing a lot of it in my channel. I basically have a video where I talked about a lot about my moisture routine. I'll be leaving it in the description box. So yeah, this is me just prepping my hair for a protective hairstyle, which obviously I've already started. This is an old video, and yeah, so something I would like to you to incorporate to your moisture routine would be to go in with deep conditioner. Like ever since I started doing deep conditioning in my protective hairstyle, I've seen a lot of growth in my hair. My hair is not, you know, how natural hair is very strong and very hard to maintain. But with your deep conditioner, your hair is soft. Like literally, your hair will be like relaxed. You'll be like, oh my god, is this actually my hair? This is a top secret that most natural hair girlies don't tell you about. Deep conditioning. That's one secret that actually makes your hair thrive better. And you know, in this channel, we don't gatekeep. I'm going to be spilling all the teas here. So yeah, that's one thing you should start doing. If you have not been deep conditioning your hair, this is your sign to start deep conditioning your hair. Your hair will love it, especially if you are forcing natural hair and you have high porosity hair. So I know I've talked about high porosity and low porosity hair in my channel. So basically, high porosity hair are hair that their hair strand don't retain absorb water, so that means you have to do the extra thing so your hair can absorb water. That's why we do the LOC method, which is liquid, oil, and conditioner. So basically, the liquid I use here is water. Then I go in my conditioner. I use the Cantu leave-in conditioner. Then I seal it with my virgin hair fertilizer. This fertilizer has a mint feel, which actually, if you are trying to combat dandruff, I'll definitely recommend this. This eliminates any form of dryness, any form of dandruff on your hair. Your hair will really love it, and I love the feel of it. It has this mint feel, which is so relaxing. Like literally, your hair will love it. So after that, I always go in my thick butter. That's the last thing I always go in with, just to seal in my moisture. Like literally, when I use this shea butter, it seals my moisture for 3 days. I'm not capping. Like the way I apply it, I apply it to the length of my hair. Make sure you apply it to the length of your hair, not just your scalp, because if you're applying to your scalp, it's going to block your pores, thereby stunting growth. So I'll definitely advise you to apply it to the length of your hair. Once you've applied it to the length of your hair, your hair, the moisture you retain will be very, very a lot. So yeah, after you do your deep condition, I always make sure you keep it for, let's say, 20 minutes. So if you have a steam cap, it makes it faster. So you just steam cap, you can keep for 10 minutes. You can get your steam cap from any nearby supermarket. Just ask them about steam cap. Most people know about it, especially hair, natural hair supermarkets. They definitely know about it. So yeah, that's one thing that makes my wash day routine faster. Ever since I started using steam cap, you know how the people always dread wash day, but ever since got this steam cap, it makes my wash day faster. I don't need to start thinking, oh my god, I have to deal with my hair. But with this steam cap, in seconds I'm done. So yeah, once you're done with your deep conditioning, then you go in with your moisture routine, which I'm showing you now. So basically, I'm just prepping my hair for my next protective hairstyle. So in days where I just want to, like, I'm so tired, I just want to do something on my hair, I do this hairstyle before my main protective hairstyle. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. So this is big braids with just my hair. I just do one big braids in my hair, and I'm just tired and I just want to get over with it. And yeah, so after this, I actually did my protective hairstyle, which was like one once but smaller, not in bigger braids. So yeah, the next thing is, like I said, about I love to use my products. So my product, I don't use them directly on my scalp because I'm not trying to seal in that moisture. I don't want my scalp to be stunted. So that's one thing I always do. I don't apply it to the scalp. I apply it to the length of my hair. And also, don't forget the ends of your hair. That's another thing people always forget about. The ends of your hair, they are very, very important. Make sure you're caring for them. You're putting the moisture, you're putting water, you're putting your sealant, your shea butter, you're moisturizing your hair. Like, you know how your hair grows from your roots out? If you're not taking care of the length of the ends of your hair, that means the length you've gotten over time will just wither away and it will not be added. So it's very important you take care of your ends too. So I always recommend when you're done doing your moisture routine, make sure you put your hair back in a braid. So this method, your moisture stays in longer, up to a week. Like during that method, make sure you stay longer, especially if you're the type of girly that doesn't go out most times. You can always do that to your hair, so your hair is kept in a protective hairstyle and nobody's it's just there. So I don't wash my hair the same with the same product I do every single time. So for my moisture routine, if I'm changing my treatment, but basically I did this for 1 month. So I kept this for 1 month and then continued with my 2 month challenge. So I have a video where I'll be answering your so this part of the video is basically where I'll be answering your questions. In most of my videos, especially my hair videos, I've gotten a lot of questions pertaining my challenge. And yeah, this is the part where I'll be talking about it. So basically, this is going to give you like what you should know about doing this challenge. So I'll make a video and share my experience on products I've been using, techniques I'm doing, what is working and what's also not working for me, and possibility that it won't work for you. So only the best bet you have is to understand your own hair. So when I started this journey, I had to understand my hair because I remember watching a lot of videos on YouTube like, oh my god, how do I care for my natural hair? Like, why is my hair not growing? So I noticed that that's when I knew I had low porosity hair, which means high porosity hair, which means my hair doesn't absorb products or water that very well. So I had to start doing the LOC method, which is liquid oil and conditioner. So you have to do your own research, know what works for your hair type. If your hair is high porosity hair, what you're supposed to do. If your hair is low porosity hair, what you're supposed to do. Once I was able to understand my hair type, it made everything easier and also made it easier for me to know the type of product to go for. If I should go for water-based product, if I should go for plant-based product, basically. So yeah, ever since I knew that, my hair started growing. And another thing I also say is that I think warm water also help. I'm not sure, but using warm water also helps. Like, you'll be able to retain more length and more products. I've seen people talk about using warm water and steam to open their pores. So you can try it, and if it works for you, just leave it in the comment section so I'll know that, oh, that actually works. Um so I'm just going to say, for your hair strands, always moisturize them. Don't leave your hair dry. Always put in your mind that dry hair breaks down. Just know that anytime your hair is dry and it's just out like that, just know your hair is breaking. Just keep in mind that your hair is breaking. So always put that in mind. Dry hair breaks. And At the end of the day, also moisture is one thing that should not take for granted because it leads to breakage. So that's why I always say you should know your hair porosity, and the best bet is to understand your hair. So if you have questions concerning your hair, the products that you're using that are not working for you, I would love for you to leave in the comment section so I can actually help you out. So that's a very important question you ask yourself every single time. Another thing is that this whole challenge is not a magic show. I know most people would think that, oh, you want their hair to grow super fast, but to be honest, you know how you plant a seed, you don't expect fruit that same day. It's not possible. It's not magic. There's a whole process to this thing. It always takes time. So don't expect that if you start this challenge in the, let's say, in the next 2 days, you start seeing growth. No, no, no. It doesn't work your hair. Take your hair like a plant. You know how when you care for your plants, you moisture it, you give it sunlight, your plants thrive better. That's also way the same way your natural hair thrives better. When you moisture it, you're caring for it, let's say every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, there you're going to definitely see results. So one thing I've been focused on is make sure I do my routine and make sure my hair is not left dry and just caring for your hair. So if you're following this challenge, and I would say try and focus on your routine, make sure you're doing the right thing for your hair. And one thing about my hair is that your hair grows no matter whether you're taking care of it or not. So it's your ability to retain that length. That's when you can see like long growth. So whether you're doing this routine or you're not doing this routine, your hair is going to grow, but your ability to retain length, that's where the problem is. So yeah. So I would say for this challenge, protective hairstyle is your best bet, and you should know the type of protective hairstyle that works for you. For me, I've noticed that braids work better than twists for me because anytime I twist my hair literally locks. Like you know how natural hair tends to lock. That's what happens. So I've noticed that my best bet is braids. So I'm just going to stick with it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's short, but I'll do better. If you've done this challenge and you've seen growth on your hair, I'd love to hear from you. Like, what are you doing differently that is making your hair grow? And also, one other thing you also know is that this challenge, you're not going to be adding extension. This is just your hair, like mainly your hair. You're not adding extension to it, so you can actually see it grow. Because I notice anytime I add extension, I think my hair tends to itch more. But anytime it's just normally just my hair doesn't itch like that. I don't know if I'm the only one that have noticed it, but anytime I don't add extension, my hair thrive better. So yeah, and also make sure you always pack your hair like the way I packed it when you're done with your protective hairstyle, so your hair is not rubbing on your back or tangling with anything. So I hope you enjoyed this video.